Oh, we just broke it. Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got a little bit of an unboxing. We planned on getting the Hornet painted today, but we just simply run out of time. Been fighting a bit of a cold this week, feeling pretty good, just a little scratchy, and just hadn't felt like being out here for a long period of time. This will be done next week because the speed run is coming, and we've got to get both cars done. A few more mechanical things to mine, and waiting on a couple pieces for his, and then we'll be ready to run those. But today we're going to unbox another box from Rlaarlo, and I've got the weirdest relationship with them. I seem to get some of their returns or the reject cars. Our rally car was a return with a bad receiver, and well, it turned out to be a bad receiver. A customer stated that the steering didn't work. This one here is their new buggy, and it has came from Puerto Rico, and something happened in the container or shipping or something, and the car got exposed to some salt water maybe, or some very high humidity situations. And the pictures I saw that they sent me from Rlaarlo is that the hardware just needs to be replaced. A lot of the screw heads are rusted, and the nuts and any of the linkages. So I have not opened this yet. It's still sealed. Just got it in the mail today. But on the way home, I did pick up some random 3mm nuts and screws. I don't know how much we need. This might get us at least started. But yeah, let's crack this thing open and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got here. This thing's been on the slow boat. It's been in shipping for about 2 weeks. And we were not in a rush. We weren't expecting it till Monday, but we got it on Friday. So check it out. I'm glad I didn't cut too deep. Got the fancy little case. I think this is the X12, if I do recall. I've been in talks with Annie Rlaarlo for a couple weeks, and she's the my contact person at Rlaarlo that sends me a lot of these cars, or at least communicates with me. Now this is supposed to be a complete car. New, just rusted hardware for some reason. And judging by this cardboard wrap, it feels like it may have been wet, and it's got some telltale signs of some water staining. So that might be what we're running into here. Pretty cool case. It's kind of a plastic carbon fiber-ish looking pattern on it, and it's got zippers. Move that out of the way so we don't mess it up. I don't know what color the body is. I have no idea. She sent me pictures of all the screws rusted in it. All right, it's blue. Yeah, she's gotten wet. There is mold on this label. We don't need that in the shop. And appears to be kind of moldy on the decal sheet there. See if any of this stuff has any damage. The wrenches are not have not been used, or they're not wet. You can see the rust in the netting right here in the carrying case. It's a good sign though. The pinion gear, the extra stuff in here is not wet, but this instruction manual does seem like it's been it's somehow gotten wet. It's got some wrinkles. Luckily, no mold on this part. Not that I can tell anyways. What else we got here? Armor oil. Reminder for your beginner. Not sure what that means. Some extra A-arms, it appears. And maybe, yeah, the A-arms and some hardware. And they're not rusted. That's good. Transmitter. See if no corrosion in the batteries. No batteries, but no corrosion either, so good deal. Some more random hardware, not rusted. And supposedly this car has never been run. If it has, they just simply sent it back. But no, there's no signs of this thing being run, but it has been wet. Or it's been sitting on something and it's corroded the screws. That is an odd size screw. They're smaller than what I got. I bought a bunch of 3s thinking these would be 3s, but these look like 2.5s. Not too concerned about that. I can clean the rust off, and if they're not stripped, we can clean them up and actually repaint them. I think that's a carbon fiber chassis, if I'm not mistaken, unless it's just a decal. See what we got under the hood here. It's never been up. Well, see, there's a little scratch on the roof here. It may have been upside down. Well, I'm going to say it's been upside down, but there's no. If it was, the tops of these shocks would be scratched up, and they're not. It's just the shock nuts and the screws are rusted. All right, everything feels pretty good. This is not the 12. This is a different car. So everything appears to be complete in here. Not sure what this is. It's a piece of packaging or some grass from Puerto Rico. Got our battery. It's not puffy. It's the Rlaarlo battery. I think we're good to go, minus obviously the rusted hardware, but I can easily clean that up. I'm not sure what even model this is. She said it was something 12, but I have to go back and double check and see what model it is. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And that might be a carbon fiber chassis with a carbon fiber upper deck, because it's on both sides. I don't think they would wrap a plastic chassis on both sides unless it's molded. But it's got, yeah, it might be actual real deal. But yeah, anyways, check it out. We may charge the battery up and just see if this thing works, and give it a spin around the block. We're going to plug this battery in, charge it up, and give this thing a spin. It's got some signs of being run. It's got some like grass up around the gearbox and like some kind of dust, but not a mark anywhere on it. It's just weird how corroded it is, and it's an odd size screw, so I don't know what we're going to do there. Probably nothing. Might just clean it up and run it like it is and just leave it alone. This chassis, I don't think it's carbon fiber. It might be, but it's hard to tell. It's got the look, but I may look up the specs on this car. It's Rlaarlo AM whatever that is. So anyways, let's charge this battery up and give her a spin. All right, we got it plugged in. It is at 7.8 volts, so it's not, it is in storage mode, or voltage. And we'll charge this thing up and see what we got. All right, now we wait. All right, guys, this is apparently the, I did not do any research. I just somewhat communicated with her what we're getting here, but it's the Rlaarlo AM. Don't really know anything about it. It is probably a 14 scale. It is not the X12. I believe it's the actual, like their more high-end buggy. But we do have, appears to be, carbon fiber shock towers, chassis, upper deck, and not sure what kV that motor is. We're going to pull the sticker off because that's going to inhibit some of the cooling, I would imagine. And at least look better without it. It's kind of Christmassy with all the red and green going on in there. It would have been cool to see everything green or red. Shaft drive, it has a center diff. And this has gear diffs on either end, it feels like. And the front may just be a slipper. Or the center may be a slipper. Yeah, I think it's just a slipper. I don't think it's a diff. Well, that's cool. But some odd size hardware. It's kind of like, it's not 3, so it's got to be 2.5s. Everything's like slightly smaller. But yeah, we're charging the battery up. We're gonna throw some batteries in their transmitter here. I think I got some. And then this thing fires up. We're gonna give her a run. All right, guys, while we're waiting on that battery to charge, we did put some AA's in the transmitter, and it did fire up no problem. It's got some optional channels up here, and got your basic servo reverse and all your trims and endpoints. Probably a rebranded Dumbo. It's a multi-channel radio, which you got these other channels for different options up here, but there's not a multi-channel reason in this car. There's no lights or anything, so at least it's like a 5-channel receiver in it. Not necessary in this car, but we might need to put that back in our rally car so we can have fully function on all the lights and stuff. But about destroyed some of the lights. We've been driving that thing pretty rough. So, but and another thing, while we're waiting, we can do an unveil. We did not paint this, and we can remove this film, and if anything, it's as satisfying as it's done. I was double checking it because I seen that sticker on there. But everything on this body is printed, which is pretty neat. There's no decals to get messed up or to peel off while you're running. So all of your logos, everything is the Rlaarlo, everything, the windows, everything's printed and pretty much where it's supposed to be. You know, sometimes on these printed bodies, they're a little bit askew because they print these things when they're flat, and then they shrink them over that, or vacuum form after the fact. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking body. I like the paint scheme, but of course if we kept it, we'd have to put our own body on it. Yeah, it has been wet. I don't know how or where or what, but it's very odd the way it's rusted. There's some signs inside the body. This is like an investigation trying to figure out what happened to this thing. Alright guys, upon further inspection, there is telltale signs of this thing being ran, just simply with the dust inside the wheel. I don't know if I can get you in there without taking the wheel off. But they didn't bottom out anywhere. There's not a mark on it, like no marks on it whatsoever. The tires, like I say, the tires look clean. There's no damage on the side of the wheel, like it's been upside down or anything. The wheel does slightly protrude past the tire, so if it got upside down, it would scratch that. No scratches on the shocks. The wing was never installed. We're going to install the wing here, and right before we run it, just to added protection. There is some remnants of some weeds or grass inside the box, and there's some around the gearbox back here. So they could have easily just ripped it across their yard and said it's not for me, or it malfunctioned. So I don't know. We're going to find out. We'll put this battery in here. Turn the transmitter on. Do. Sounds just like the rally car. It's got some good steering servo there. Check it out. Got power? Oh yeah. All right, welcome to the Friday mowing party. My neighbor, as you can tell, takes good care of his lawn, but he goes in slow gear, and he's out there for hours. Nice guy, though. Oh, here comes the Amazon man. Grind up that new carbon fiber chassis there. All right, I wish I had the speed checker, but I hadn't used it in a couple months, and went to plug it in, and it's dead. So no official speed tonight, but this thing is flying. This is the stock 2 cell. Oh, didn't see the kid there. Oh, we just broke it. You run into the daughter's boyfriend's truck and you break a wheel off. Well, party's over tonight. I'm gonna try to drive this thing with one hand. We broke, appears to be just a shock tower. Knocked the wheel off, but it didn't break anything. It just pulled the pin out. And I think we're gonna be able to get it back together. Unfortunately, the shock tower did not survive. We did hit that tire going about 40 miles an hour at least. But if that's the only thing wrong with it, we are good. All right, guys, I got the shock tower glued up, temporary fix. I did a little research, only $10 a pair. But being overseas, you will have to wait to get them. I was checking Amazon, but I hadn't found any yet. But at least on Rlaarlo's official website, $10 for a pair for the carbon fiber. And they do have aluminum if you want to change it. I think I'd stick with the carbon fiber just because if they break off, it's a lot easier to fix that than it is if it breaks off the mount, because the mount is the gearbox. So I'll just assume get some $5 shock towers. I think we're good to go finish this battery out, and my neighbor man's done mowing his grass. So let's go get some more running footage. Well, our repair's holding up pretty good. A little bit of a angle of the dangle there, but she's holding up. We'll get one of those on order, and we're definitely taking this thing to the beach with us. This thing is pretty awesome. All right, guys, before we wrap this thing up, we're going to set this thing beside the Arma Typhon and do some comparisons. We got to move the Murder Hornet out of the way here. Video coming soon on that, hopefully next week. But anyways, very comparable, slightly bigger, same size. Well, the wheels and tires are slightly bigger, but they're still touring car size tires. 12mm hex, 12mm hex. Wheelbase is probably an inch longer, so it's considered a 12 scale. These are 16th, and yeah, we're right there at it. All right, guys, I appreciate you hanging around. I know it wasn't much of a video today. Like I said, we've been running a little bit short, had a bit of a cold, and just been generally busy. So this came in the nick of time. It actually came in the mail today, and we managed to break it in about 30 minutes. But it's not broke. We just did some minor damage there. Awesome little car. Again, thanks to Rlaarlo for sending it out, even if it was a return car with a little bit of rust on it. Everything functions as it should. Driver error did that right there. So anyways, guys, tune in Wednesday. We should have some speed run updates and hopefully have the Hornet painted. That is my goal. And then we've got to get on the prize body, so that's coming soon too. But anyways, appreciate it. Check out the links below for your guru gear and stickers and all that good stuff, and we'll see you then. Thanks.